So we're going to start this practice seated. So have Dave in cross-legged, and it's helpful to have a towel around if you have one, or a pillow or a cushion. So if you need to grab that, go ahead and do that. And you can place the towel or the blanket underneath your hips, because that will help you to sit a little taller. Okay, so if you tuck that under, right, you can see now when Dave sits up, his back isn't going to be quite as rounded, and you might even pull it under again and start to see how all of a sudden his back is much straighter, and it's easier on your hips. Okay, so you can take some time to try that. Be seated cross-legged. If that's too uncomfortable, you can always extend your legs out. So let's go ahead and kind of begin how we usually do when we're lying on our back. Let's place our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our upper belly, and let's just close our eyes, and let's just take a few long, deep breaths. Let's do that together. Let's inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. A couple more times. Just keep that same rhythm. Not trying to force the breath anywhere. Just nice, long, and relaxed breath. Now just let your breath go back to a natural way. Okay, your eyes can be gently closed. Just kind of start with feeling your body underneath your hands. Right, feel the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe, or the swelling of your belly as you breathe. I want to begin here just acknowledging how grateful you are for your body. So important, you might just whisper thank you. Just think of all the many things that your body does for you. Right? Everything from laughing, running, playing sports, or eating, studies, and just being with our families. Whatever our body's capacity is, even if it has limited capacity, just very grateful for what we have. Eyes that might see, the mouth that tastes, the ears that hear, the nose that smells, the body that senses and feels. So just being grateful, just mindful presence. And then just before we begin some movement, just allow your gratitude just to kind of spread out, just even into your room, whatever room you're in, grateful. Whether it's your bedroom or shared space. Grateful for having home and people that care for you. Whether they're your parents or other caregivers, or if you have brothers or sisters or pets. Just thinking about how grateful you are. And for your teachers and your fellow classmates, even though you can't be together in this place, still knowing that they're there, that you're not alone. It's very important. And then just being aware of the community that we live in, right? How lucky we are to have a beautiful river that flows through our community, bring us clean water, we have clean air to breathe. Right? Foods to eat. So just grateful there. Deer and birds, bears. Right? And just let our gratitude kind of expand out even further. Right? Just being aware of what you're grateful for. Just take a long in-breath. And then as you exhale, just ha. So just before we leave that position, let's interlace our fingers and just press the hands away, right? So fingers get really tired. You guys are working a lot on laptops or iPads. And forget about our fingers. And then just reach the hands up, just look up, lift the heart. And then just let the head drop forward. Just let the head drop forward. Good, now round your spine as much as you can. Right? Push the back. Push the hands forward, forward, forward. And then again, inhale, lift the heart up. Let go of the fingers and let one hand just touch. Good. And then breathe in, come to center, and then do the other side. Just side to side now. It's kind of like palm tree, right? Palm tree, usually we're standing, but we're just going to go side to side, just breathing. Good job. One more time, each side, just moving with your breath. We want to let our breath to guide us. So part of our mindfulness practice over these next couple of weeks is just noticing how we're breathing and a tendency to hold our breath when we're angry or upset. So we can just come to center and take a pause there. Good. And then we're just going to come off out of cross-legged, and we're going to curl our toes underneath, and we're going to sit back on the heels. Okay, so just stretch out our feet. Now you might stay where Dave is with the hands down if that hurts the feet a lot. Or you might just back. So listen to our bodies. So if it feels like it's too much and your breath is short and it hurts, put your hands forward on the ground. Okay, so you could just be there. Just a couple more breaths. Just notice your breath. We're going to keep anchoring to our breath. Good. And then slowly walk your hands out under your shoulders. Come into table position. And just take a pause there. So fingers are spread really wide under our shoulders. Our knees are under our hips. Our toes can be curled under. And now just come into some cat-cow. Right? I know you all know this very well. So good for our spine. Just breathe long and deep. So as you exhale, right, we round the spine, let all the breath out, and then inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. So just remember, right, you can close your eyes, you're here for yourself. There's no right or wrong in this practice. Just be here with your body, just listen with your body. We're practicing getting really strong, practicing getting fluid. Right? We're strengthening our muscle of focus and concentration. That's a really big piece. And focusing our muscle of kind presence with ourselves, not judging ourselves, not being hard on ourselves, being our own best friend. Just one more cycle of breath like that. Good. And then just come to center. Right? Neutral spine. Now you know we did this last recording. So go ahead and extend your right hand out along the floor, palm facing. Palm faces the midline, and then extend your opposite leg. So if your right arm is in front, your left leg is back. So you could stay there. So we want our tummy in and up just slightly to engage our core muscles, right? This strengthens our core, it helps us keep upright. It's very important, especially when you're seated a lot. And then inhale, maybe lift just the leg. I mean, see the heel? Dave, you can lower your heel a little bit. You only want your heel down the height of your hip. Yeah. And then focus, if you're not looking around, focus on the mat and inhale, add the arm. Elbows in line with you. Now lengthen out, reach the heel back, reach the fingertips forward, and we're still breathing. This is good for focus, for strength, for balance. So still breathing. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down, take a pause, bring the leg down, take a pause. Okay. And then other side. So start the same way. Fingertips first, palm to the center. Then the leg straight back, opposite leg from arm. That might be where you are. We all have different strengths, right? And then raise maybe the leg first. And just notice how the balance is today, the focus, the strength. Engage the belly, navel in and up slightly. And then lift the arm only if it's available, or even just try. We're really working on being courageous as well, right? So having a heart, the heart to try, even when it's tough. So we're still breathing. You could always lower the leg and the hand when you need, but just notice, can you just have one more breath? Good, and then exhale, let the knee come down. Hand comes down. Heart melting pose. Keep your hips where they are. Walk your hands out. This is nice because we stretch out the shoulders, right? We're spending a lot of times like this. We're going to really stretch out our heart and our shoulders. If it feels like it's too much, you can always put a cushion under your head. So just take a few breaths here, just like that. Good job. And then slowly walk your hands back under. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. All right? Toes are curled under, feet are hip width. And you can always have your knees bent. All right? So go ahead and bend your knees. Press into your fingers. Your fingers are spread really wide, right? So it's nice stretch for our hands too, right? Because when they're doing this all the time, do you think if you did this all the time and you never did this, right? You'd have claws by the time you were 20, right? So it's really important, that pressure on the hands. Now you can start to maybe walk your dog, roll from hip to hip. Keep the fingers spread wide. And remember, if your wrists start to hurt, come down, do child's pose. All right, so you all know child's pose. Anytime you need to. Come into a steady down dog. We're going to go into warrior one. Right leg extends back. Take a big in breath. And then step that foot forward, just behind the wrist. Doesn't have to come very far forward. Find your back heel. See how Dave turned his toes out. Good. Reach into the earth with the feet and inhale, bring the fingertips towards the sky. Warrior one. Good. Taking some nice deep breaths there. Yeah, the hands shine towards each other. Get strong and get focused. So next time we do this, we're going to add our challenge pose, which is going to be warrior three. All right. So for now, we're in warrior one, just getting strong. Good, and then very slowly lower the hands back down to the earth. Slow. When the hands touch the earth, come off the back heel and send the front leg back. Down dog. Okay. And then let your knees come down. Good, and let your hips come down and into up dog. So up dog, yeah. Right, and roll the shoulders open. If this feels like too much, right, if it hurts your low back, bend your elbows and slowly let your hips come all the way down and do baby cobra instead. See where Dave is? He's in Sphinx, yeah, on the forearms, but baby cobra is the hands under the shoulders. Right? Good. And just take some breaths there. Right? So see the difference between baby cobra, right? And with upward facing dog, the arms are straight. So a lot more tension on your back. So just see what feels better, right? It's all about you. And one posture might be better today than it was yesterday. And then press your hips back down to downward facing dog. Good. So remember, it's important to have fun, right? There's enough stress in our lives and enough struggle in our lives. On our map. So I want you to remember that. Okay? So let's start one. So might be your left leg. Step behind the wrist. Find your back ankle or heel, and then inhale, slowly come up. Just rise up, and then find your warrior, right? What are warriors about, right? All have an inner warrior, something that we feel really strong about and we're focused about. It could be our studies, it could be about loving our pet or taking care of something. It could be a sport. So we get strong. Very slowly, float your hands back down to the earth. And then step that front leg slowly back. Let's come into a plank now, all right? So we have high plank. You can put your knees down for low plank. If your wrists hurt, come onto your forearms. Yeah. And then you can pull your knees off. Does it make it much easier? Yeah. So we're gonna breathe here for a little while. So as you get to know what we're doing here, right, you might take a modification or be up right in the full plank. Okay? Breathing. That's right. Good job. We're here to get strong. Here to find courage in our hearts and to smile. Not to judge ourselves. To be grateful. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. Good. You can play, you can roll around in that a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add that warrior 3, okay? So let's extend our right leg straight back for now. 3-legged dog, extend through the heel. Look behind that right wrist and step the foot forward behind the wrist. Nice and slow. Come into your warrior 1 first. So find that back heel, come into warrior 1. Yeah. So remember, we want to be really focused here. So these balancing postures build strength, they build focus, concentration, and we need those in our life. Hinge from your hips, begin to shift your weight. You can always step that back foot forward a little. So Dave, just step your foot forward a little to find balance, yeah. So then you can start to slowly lift that back leg and we come into like a T position, right? So that standing leg can be bent a little, right? Or it can be straight, our arms could be out to the side, or our arms could be at our sides or out in front of us. Pretend you're like a superhero if they're out front. And so you start to feel the body shake. You might start to feel your balance go off a little bit, right? And if that foot has to come down, it's okay. Right? We're building, we're practicing strength. Okay? And now slowly lower the leg. And maybe next time you do it, right, you might be wobbly, more wobbly or stronger and longer, right? Find the warrior. Good. This time we're going to just step forward and come into mountain. Okay. So remember which leg was forward. So just come into mountain, get steady. And then go ahead and step the leg back, the other leg. Stand the other leg forward. Yeah. So right leg will be back, left knee will be forward. You're going to go into your warrior. If it feels like you already did that side, just switch legs. Get strong, right? Feel the strength in your body. Right? It's important maybe to smile. Right? Good. See, Dave's smiling. And so begin to hinge forward from your hips. And see the nice long line through the back body. Then find the foot and step forward. Commit, right? Focus. Right? Just look down at the ground and focus and breathe. Are you breathing? Did you notice how when you get challenged, you hold your breath? Right? So this is what we're going to start to watch in our days, right? Is how we can breathe and we can put a hand on our heart. Right? Be calm. Just notice your breath. Good job. And then when you're ready, bend that front knee. Step back to warrior 1. Right? So we always come back to where we came from. Good. And then step forward into mountain. Keep the arms extended above the head for extended mountain. We practice being still. Right? How still can we be? Just the breath. Just the breath. Sweep our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers. It's another nice one for our shoulders. Okay, now keep your tail rooted. Bend your knees slightly and let the arms rise up. All right? Good. And now bend your knees, bend them quite a bit and fold forward. Okay, so this is more about the shoulders and the backs of the legs. So keep bending your knees, bending your knees. Your chest might come onto the shelf of your, chest and knees. That's it. Good. Let the head relax. Good. Now relax the arms back and come into chair pose. We're going to get strong again, right? So we're seated in a chair. We're starting to draw our knees back over our heels, lifting our hearts, lifting the hearts. Now, if this feels like it's too much, arms can be at your sides for a modification. Just build strength in our quadriceps. Right? So notice if you're breathing, notice if you're breathing. Good, then breathe in, rise all the way up, up, up. Good, let the arms come down to the sides. Dave's just gonna turn to the front. We're gonna come into your tree pose, right? This is our challenge pose from last session, if you did the last sessions. Okay, so pick a foot, get rooted, think about your tree friends around you. Right, really take your time, focus, what are you looking at? And maybe you stay just with the heel on your ankle and your knee out to the side. Right, bring your hands onto the heart. And that might be your tree, right? Or you might pick the foot up off the ground. And it can change from day to day, from practice to practice. So centering, where's your breath? Right? Have the courage to try. Maybe the fingertips go skyward. Fingers, maybe the leaves spreading wide, just having some breaths here. And if you happen to fall out, come back to mountain, take a pause, and then try again. So standing balances are something we're really focusing on. Yeah. Good. And then slowly let the foot find the earth again if it's not already. The arms come down, just take a little pause. You might even whisper thank you, right? Thank you to your body. And because sometimes we go into judging mind. I could have, I should have, right? Just come back, just be grateful. And then we start to build it on the other side. Remember, toes on the floor first, knee turns out, lift the heart into the hands and breathe. Remember, yoga is about connection with ourself. Right, first, with others, connection with the earth, the trees. So take your time when building your tree pose. Just breathing. Maybe a little smile. Slowly, just allow the foot to come down again, back to mountain pose. Just nice and slow. Just take a pause there. Good. So Dave is just going to turn. You're going to stay where you are. He's going to turn. You're going to be at the front of your mat. So finding Tadasana, or mountain pose, right? Inhale, sweep your hands all the way up to the sky now. Bend your knees, fold forward until your hands touch the earth, all the way down. Find the hands, bend your knees, step one leg back and then the other. Good, so just in that plank for a moment. Yeah, get strong. Your knees can be down on the ground. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. Good. Step your feet together at the back of your mat. Now we're going to raise our right leg high. And we're going to step it forward between the hands. Down the midline of your mat, right? Find your back heel. Come into warrior two. Okay. So that front knee is stacked. Yes, we want it to be really strong, and knee is stacked over the ankle. Fingers spread wide, reach out, take some breaths. Now lengthen your front leg. Come into triangle. Remember? Yeah. You let that back hip roll forward a little bit. It's making that triangle. Take some breaths here. You're good. Fingertips to the sky. Yeah. Good. Now inhale, come all the way up. And we're just going to rotate our feet around to do that on the other side. Rotating the feet, start with your warrior two, bend your knee. Yeah. Whatever. Have the back hand the same height as the front hand. There we go. Just look out over that front hand. We're focused, we're strong. Right? So, warrior two. Right? Now triangle. You can see all the triangles this posture makes. Opens the insides of the legs. So take another couple breaths here, triangle. And breathe in, come all the way up. Let your hands come to your sides. So stick with your feet wide. I'm going to have Dave just turn around. So feet aren't too wide, okay? Toes turn towards each other. And let's take a forward bend. We're going to open the backs of our legs and the insides of our legs, okay? So we can do this in two ways. You can bend your knees a little. Now there's something that's really nice on the neck. Interlace your fingers. Take your hands, place them right towards the back of the neck. See where Dave has them, right? And then just relax the head down. And it's going to kind of lengthen your neck a little. So we're not pulling, we're just letting the hands rest there. So you're in a forward fold, so this is going to lengthen the backs of your legs, insides of your legs. And remember, Grade 5-6 is you're growing really fast, so your muscles are going to be tighter, so we need to be gentle. The bones are growing so fast, right? So we're not here, this is not about touching our toes, right? It's about just being kind with ourselves. We're going to say anything about yoga. We practice gratitude for the self, kindness for the self, because then we can be kind and grateful to other people around us. Be happier. So our bodies get healthier. So Dave's going to let his hands come down, right? Just let the head hang. You might even massage the backs of his legs a little bit. That's it, yeah. Good. So he's just going to pivot around, kind of the way we came in. He'll bend his knee, pivot around to the front of the neck, bring the hands to the earth. Good, and he's going to slowly step that leg back. So we're going to do one press to the floor. So your knees can be on the ground. So Dave, if you want to demo, yeah. So elbows are reaching in, and then just slowly take your heart down to the floor. Nice and slow. Yeah, good job. Come to the shoelace sides of your feet. Good, and we're just going to come into superhero pose. Reach your fingertips towards the back of the room. We're going to start there. So this is called locust, right? Locust is like a flying grasshopper, right? And then as we inhale, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lift the legs, the arms, the shoulders, right? If you feel comfortable there, you might bring the arms out in front. It's harder with the arms in front because our weight goes forward. So this is a strengthener for our back. It's not really a flexibility pose. It strengthens the muscles along our back. It's very important to strengthen those muscles. Yeah, good. One more big breath, maybe go a little deeper. And then exhale, come down. Take a breath. So it's going to be your choice grade 5-6 is if you do that posture again, or if you choose bow pose. Okay, so be careful on your knees with bow pose. If your knees hurt, don't do it. Go back to superhero or locust. All right, so you're going to catch your toes or catch your ankles. That might be enough right there. If you feel a stretch on your thighs, on the fronts of your legs, your quadriceps as they're called, stay there. If it's too much and it hurts your knees, lengthen your legs, go back to superhero. Okay, otherwise, kick your feet into your hands and then come up into our bow. You can see how it looks like a bow and arrow, right? So kick the feet into the hands. It's going to lift you a little higher. Right, so this is a flexibility and a strength pose together for the back bend. Open the tube. If it feels like it's too hard on you, listen to your body and come down. Right, really important. Good, and then just slowly let go. Come down slowly, come all the way down. Take a little pause there. Good, and then just roll onto your back, and we're gonna just hug our knees, and we're gonna rock our body. So remember, you can pick any one of these postures, right? You don't have to do this whole program, right? You can just pick any one posture, any one day, right? Or if you have the time, you can do the whole series or go back to the first one. If you haven't tried the first one, I'm going to suggest you try it, right? This is a really important practice. Okay. So we're going to go into happy baby. So remember, it's hard to hold your feet. So some of us are going to have our toes together, right? And just arms on the insides of our legs. And knees are wide. Don't look at Dave. Arms are on the insides, holding the ankles. Okay. Arms are on the inside of the legs. Yeah, toes are together. There we go. See, it's important to laugh. It's okay. Dave turned 65 at the end of this month, so he's allowed to lose it. He's pretty strong, okay? And then rocking a little bit. Now you might go into happy baby, right? Yeah. And you might rock a little bit, right? Remember, it's important to play. We can take ourselves too seriously. Learning to laugh at ourselves is really important, right? We learn to be easy with ourselves, kinder. Good, and then just hug your knees, like little seed pose, right? Give the body a big hug and rock a little. We're gonna do a twist and then we're all gonna be done, okay? That little rocking. Now let your feet come down, arms out in T position. So up to you, right? If you wanna do a gentle twist, just let your knees fall to one side, right? If you wanna do more of a twist, so go back up to center, pick the feet up, right? Inch the hips away, and then just slowly bring the knees and the feet down. Okay? So that's a lot deeper, right? So you're gonna get a big spiral through the spine, right? It's really nice for our belly. Arms are spread wide. So I want you to do some nice big belly breathing. So when you inhale, when you breathe in, let your belly push out. And when you breathe out, bring your belly button back to your spine. And then breathe in, all right? So you know how when you get upset or nervous, get this tingly and the butterflies in your belly area, right? This is gonna calm, this deep breathing is just gonna calm. So as you're here, right, with this nice big deep breath, just say breathing in, calm my body. And breathing out, I calm my mind. Okay, this is going to be a mindful practice. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. Just nice and peaceful. Just whisper it just a couple more times. It's really good too for our immune systems to keep us healthy because we have all these fluids in our belly. Part of our immunity, and we get that fluid moving. And then all our digestion happens in our belly. So this is nice if you ever have a tummy ache. So breathe in, come back to center. And then go to the other side. Again, you just simply let the knees come across or pick the feet up and knees come over. Yeah. And then again, just nice big belly breathing, right? And again, just breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, calm my mind. Just keep saying it over and over and over. Remind us to breathe. Another thing you can say too is breathing in peace. Breathing out peace. Wherever our attention goes, let's where our awareness flows. So we're bringing our attention to peace and ease and calm. It's important that you learn, and we all learn, is we have a choice on how we feel. Sometimes we feel like we don't have a choice, but we do. You can choose to be peaceful, even when there's a lot of hardship happening. You can choose to be gentle. You can choose to be kind. And strengthen those muscles too in yoga, kindness. And just come back to center. We're just going to lay ourselves, take a big stretch along the mat. Right. Bring our hands back. We can have a hand on our heart and our belly if that helps. Remember that gesture of self-care, or hands at your sides. Just sense in. Sometimes this helps us just stay a little more present so we can feel our body breathing in and out. So again, in a relaxation pose, we practice being as still as we can. But we're still breathing. You might even keep saying, breathing in, peace, breathing out, peace. Whatever you wish for yourself, right? Breathing in happiness, breathing out happiness. Okay? Breathing in happiness for me. Breathe out happiness for others, right? So just that breathing in, breathing out, or breathing in peace for yourself and for others as you breathe out. Sometimes your mind wanders away, that's okay. Just come back to your breath. Just say, breathing in peace, breathing out peace. Whatever words or attitude you're cultivating. So we'll do a little loving kindness practice, and then you're welcome just to stay lying down if you'd like, if you need a little more rest, or if you need to get on with your day. Remember, this might be the only practice you do, right, is the loving kindness practice. How beautiful that would be. All right, so we just take a big breath. Just think about ourselves. Just kind of whisper things like, may I be happy. May I be happy. Just wishing for own happiness. May I be healthy and strong. May I be filled with peace and ease. May I know how much I am loved. And we might just open our hearts up just to include others. We might include our pets and our family members and friends. Just wish, just like me, right? Just like me, these people we love and care about want to be happy and healthy and at peace. So we wish for them in the same way. May all these people or pets be happy. May you all be healthy and strong. May you all be filled with peace and ease. Now we just might open up our heart, if you'd like, to hold all of our human family, right? Everybody. Again, we're building our muscle of kindness, so we don't hold it back from anybody. We're building our muscle of compassion. Compassion is when we see something that's hurt and we want to help it, so we move to help it. Okay? That's our compassion muscle, helping muscle. So we might think about not only our human family, but all the animals on this planet, the trees too, the water, the air. We might think about the planet herself, even though she might not have emotions, right? We just wish for all these beings, all beings everywhere, be happy. May all beings everywhere be healthy and strong. May all beings everywhere be filled with peace and ease. And may all beings everywhere know how much they are loved. So you're welcome just to stay laying down if you need to get on with your day. Remember, our practice is just going to be mindful of our breathing. Just taking pauses in your day just to touch into your breath, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And you might whisper to yourself, breathe in peace, breathe out peace if you feel upset or feeling worried, right? That same thing, just breathing in, just sensing what's here. Have a beautiful day.